Greetings, boys and girls. I am Jakk from Zeo Entertainment, and today we have another game for FearFest. This one is, well, you probably saw it from that. It's Cthulhu. Once again, I will go through the whole thing of saying I did try recording a bunch of different games. They didn't work out. We'll just go with this. Alright, made sure my options were still there. Let's start a new game. Go with Private Investigator. I don't know anything about this game, except for it's supposed to be kind of creepy. I believe, ooh, Batman, what? Is the Joker here?
Now, at my end, I can fully see. My last case opened in me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
Sounds pretty metal.
I like the way you smile at me,
That's a bit intense. Well then. Prologue. The ignorant and deluded are, I think, in a strange way to be envied. That which is not known of does not trouble us. That's okay, don't give me enough time to read it. Yeah, game tips are very helpful, I think. 6.5 years ago. So apparently the game takes place before what we just saw. Okay, well, yeah, whatever. That's cool. It's nice to know what happens beforehand. $1950. It was a good year. Wonderful looking rain.
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any Victor.
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours.
That's a bit
No
weird.
one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared. So tonight, we were just passing, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots? Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great.
That's
Lead the way,
just
Robert.
great.
I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
Indeed. Let's get going. Holy monkey balls. That's intense. Alright. Let's see if that works. Jeez. That's still way too much. Alright. Even at its lowest, it's still too much. Alright. How do I run? That's a weird jump. Let me see how... Alright, there's no run. Hiya. Gotta try and remember not to turn so quickly.
What's taking him so long? Something must be wrong.
I think I saw him with Officer Armstrong. Just take it easy.
Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
Yeah.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows. He's waiting for you.
Okay.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy.
Well then. Let's go over this way. See what we can get. So I don't have a light. I don't have a weapon.
The wall's badly damaged here. It could fall down at any moment.
Die, you pathetic bastards!
How do I fight?
That symbol's strange.
Yeah.
Looks almost like a flaming eye. I should take a closer look.
I think this is strange.
Kill them all!
Oh, that's a save. Good enough.
It's locked.
It's locked.
That one to the right taking cover! Kill him!
The shelves have collapsed and spilled books all over the floor. It won't open. It won't budge.
Okay.
It won't open.
Not much here.
It's been boarded up.
At last!
He seemed to recognize me. I don't get it. Empty ammo boxes and spent shells. Nothing useful.
Yeah. I'm finding a lot of that. Wonder why they notice us. It's kind of strange. Or realize who we are.
Poisoning by the looks of it. He's dead. They're all dead.
Creepy. Something's going amiss here.
I can't open it. Suicide. Or rather, mass suicide. These nuts had some serious issues. He's dead.
Telling me.
They're all dead.
So there's like nothing to do in here. And the screen goes blurry for some reason. It's kind of strange.
What a nut house. The walls have been covered with glyphs.
Well, gotta have a hobby somewheres, apparently.
Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
Ah, we've been expecting you, Mr. Wilder.
If you've been expecting us, then why did you just randomly start shooting us?
A key. Could come in handy.
An S. Game time. Okay. I'd like if there was a shift, but you know, that's cool too. I think the locked door was downstairs.
It's locked.
In fact, I think it's this one.
The key doesn't fit.
That's what she said. Is this one the one? Another?
It's unlocked.
Oh, if I don't even have to use it. I just go right up to it and it works. Good. A lot of pictures of the same guy, it looked like.
Another key. This should fit the door across the hall.
A key to get a key. Strangest thing ever. You have picked up your first journal item. Select the book icon in an interface to study your journal.
I don't understand. I mean, all of these photos. All of them.
All of them? Really?
There must be some kind of mistake. Why would they want me here? It must be an old case. Something I've forgotten. Some screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think. I've gotta think.
Well, let's see. Right. Funding. Oh, jeez. I don't feel like reading them all. Usually I do, but not this time. Day 13, 8 o'clock, leave home, 8:30, arrive at station 10 or 10:30, leave station 12, lunch 2, something to bank, 2:55, back to station 4, follow suspect, 6, stakeout, 10 or 10:30, go home. Creepy. This is the only other locked door, so it must be for here.
It's unlocked.
Weird sounds from
For
here.
nutcases, they seem quite literate.
I guess so. Creepy picture.
There are definitely some strange sounds coming from this side of the room.
I think that side was blocked, wasn't it? Let's see. Yeah, well, not even really blocked, just no way over there. So, a secret room in the library, eh? Let's go look at this section right here.
It appears to be a private study area.
Yeah, but what about there?
The drawer holds an ancient manuscript. The symbols on the front seem to be written in classical Greek.
Greek, nice. Either someone's dying over here or they're having sex. Does the mirror work? Kinda. Heh.
Shit, that did not sound good.
Well, that was...
Well, that's just swell.
That's what I was gonna say. There's a lot of random bodies here and there. That's pretty cool. Nice and spooky.
Dead bodies, and plenty of them. Something dreadful has been going on down here.
You're telling me.
From the markings, he must have been one of their own. I wonder if he volunteered. They must have been trying to preserve the bodies.
Interesting.
Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment.
Okay, you don't have to tell me twice. Alright, let's go in here. Well then.
Looks like his kidneys. They're moving around in all that liquid. This pipe must drain the waste from his intestines.
Weird.
Looks like his brain. I wonder what those wires are for.
Crystal.
I've never seen equipment like this before.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Looks like his stomach. The contraption above seems to be controlling his breathing. His beating heart. Good God, what the hell is all this? Oh shit! There's no power. The machine must have overloaded. He's dead. This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
Just like the last one. Man, this is a creepy game. Oh, aliens? Totally aliens.
What the hell is that?
You're saying that quite a lot now. Alright.
It's a similar shape to the slot upstairs. There's no power.
Okay. Well, what do we do now? Panakatika, what? This manuscript looks medieval, but claims to be a translation from classical Greek of a far older work from before the time of the first humans. The pages are stained, faded, and even burned in some places, making reading difficult. The legible sections tell the history of unthinkable distant antiquity. They speak of races so strange as to be beyond human comprehension, and wars fought across vast gulfs of time and space. There are concepts so utterly alien that they sound like absolute madness. Time travel, flying polyps, mental projection, great race of Yith. Makes you dizzy just to read it. Actually sounds kind of interesting. Okay, I didn't get any kind of hints as what to do.
Ah! It's too hot to pick up.
That's what she said. So I'm guessing we need this thingy-majigger?
The crystal's still warm.
She said. Alright, let's go down to the abyss, as I'm going to be calling it. Let's see what we get.
It looks like something's been removed from it.
Yeah.
It's a similar shape to the slot upstairs.
Oh, it's on this I have to use. Okay. Some things you have to go to inventory for, and some things you don't. Kind of weird, but you know, that's cool too. This obviously feels like a really bad idea, but you know, it seems to be what the game wants, so. Looks like we're gonna summon sleeping alien. Yeah, it definitely looks like an alien or something. Mysterious phone call. Seven years later?
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston. But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it. Probably brought on by acute mental stress.
Was it really cute, though?
I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia.
Interesting.
As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study. I maintain a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again. Or at least what I believed myself to be.
Oh.
Return to normal life has been a painful process.
Yeah, I guess.
In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I'm beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told no one else.
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson.
Hello.
I need your help finding a missing person.
Alright.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on. What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Brian Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
Money, key, pen, news clipping, and a ticket for something. Night. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National grocery store chain. It appears that the First National grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I have been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson, gave him a job as a favor. Burnham is looking like the prime suspect for the robbery. But there are a few things that don't add up, not to Anderson and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry into the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register, and the combination to the back office safe? To misdirect any investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighboring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go. Whatever that's supposed to mean, the usual Hicktown prejudice, no doubt. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place, and he wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. Feels good to have a purpose after 5 months trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. A visit to the old town.
Driver, how far does it stop?
Almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. We don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many come to Innsmouth.
But what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after a road.
I think it's, the only way I could get the voice sounding like his was by sticking my tongue out my mouth while talking. It was the only way. Kind of funny. headless statue. That's creepy.
This is it, stranger. End of the line.
Could you direct me to the First National grocery store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
And the whispering reminds me of when you go into the tombs.
Chit-chatting to him's gonna get me no place fast.
Talking here. This whispering in the game reminds me of the whispering you hear in Morrowind when you go into one of the tombs. Quite interesting. Alright then.
It won't open. It won't budge.
Stop your snooping. And there's for hotel staff only.
Okay.
Evening.
Hi.
My name's Jack Walters. I'm just visiting.
You don't say, sir. Gilman. Charlie Gilman.
Pleasure.
I run this here hotel of an evening.
Cool.
You got any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present. Them's from out of town can leave a horrid mess.
That sounds rather ominous.
Talking to this fellow's getting me nowhere, and he's more than a touch creepy. If I need a room and I'm desperate, then I'll come back. It won't open.
Are you gonna stop us from going up here?
It's locked. A dusty assortment of old books. It won't open. It won't budge.
Alright. No need to stop us because they're all locked. Huh. Alright. Let's just get going, I suppose. Lots to do, lots to see. This game is like almost unnaturally dark. You can actually barely see.
It won't budge.
Poorhouse.
The sign says, Innsmouth Poorhouse, in memory of Lady Warnes. It won't open. It's locked. It's locked. It must lead to the back of a variety store.
Okay. Hiya.
That way's blocked by a police line. I wonder why they cordoned it off.
I'm trying to talk to him.
Excuse me, Constable. Jack Walters.
Ropes. Alien
Jeez,
ropes.
dude.
What you want?
Could you help out a stranger to this fine port?
Are you being funny?
No, not at all. I'm after directions to the First National. I hear they have a store in town.
Innsmouth don't take too kindly to them from out of town. Get lost, stranger.
That fellow was just stringing me along with a lot of nothing about nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it
won't
was.
budge. It won't open.
Won't open. Hi.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
Jeez, dude, get away from me. You're creepy.
This statue commemorates the men who fought in the Revolutionary War.
Okay, whatever that is. I don't know history. I don't like history.
It won't open.
It won't open. What is it? Historic Order of Dagon? Jeez, that's creepy as hell. These guys are a bunch of cultists. How far will I be able to go this way?
It won't budge. It won't budge. It won't open.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't rightly say as I know him.
Jeez. Creepy.
It won't budge. It won't open. It won't budge.
Is this the gate the guy was talking about earlier? That gets into the town? Probably. That one doesn't even do anything. So I can just go anywhere?
It's just an advertisement for the local Methodist church.
Let a good windpipe in the alley, in the tall and scowling smile. Ah, my boys, these are the joys of the noble and the brave, who love a life in the tempest strife, in the home of the mountain wave. When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds his gong, and the whirlwinds battle out.
It won't
I wanted
open.
to make sure that we
Do you
would
think
watch him
that's
piss.
a valiant strength? No, we were bold
won't
and
open.
That's
brave,
interesting.
and we love the
won't
fight in
open.
the wild midnight, in the storm of the
won't
mountain wave. The timbers creak and the seabirds shriek. There's lightning, young blast. Hartune, who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my
Zadok?
name.
That's a pretty
Though
cool
too
name.
few use it now. Zadok Allen.
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
Creepy.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears.
Alright, sounds good. By the way, I already know where the bank or...
The old drunkard knows something. I don't think it would take much to get his tongue wagging.
but I do know where I'm supposed to go. I just, I kind of wanted to see how far away from it I could go before a character would be like, oh, I don't want to go here. I have business or something, but he's not doing that.
It won't budge.
Oh, I can actually see in there. Interesting. Let's just go where we should go and get that over with. First National Grocery Stores, so that's what it's called. For some reason I was gonna say First National Bank, but not what it is. Alright, let's wait for the guy to come back around and then we can sneak on by.
It won't budge. Waiting for him to go back the other way. You can kind of hear his footsteps when he does walk, but I haven't heard him yet. He had already walked by and I didn't even see it. All right. Just gotta wait for him to come back and then go back the other way and then we can go.
Alrighty.
It's unlocked. These shelves look light enough to push.
I kind of thought that would make it go faster, but... keep on pushing this. Let the sound stop for some reason.
Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest.
Oh, medical. Watch out for medical boxes. They contain all the treatments needed.
The till's empty. It won't open. It won't open.
Where did those doors go anyway? That's supposed to go outside, right?
It looks like I need some sort of lifting handle to get it open.
Why do I feel like we're gonna have to escape through there or something?
A typewriter. Invoices and receipts. Nothing of interest. There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle. It probably leads down to a storage.
I kind of figured you would just climb down the stairs and not just fall down like a retard.
Whoever's down there, you can rock.
Jeez, dude. What an ass. Well, no way getting back up there.
The ladders and stairs have collapsed. I'll never get back up.
Oh, I was thinking you could like jump to it, but the ladder rungs are gone
It
too.
looks like a diary. It's gotta have some clues.
Alright, let's check it out. Hey, what's this? We have toilet paper. That's good. Wait, okay, I already read those, 1916 and 1921. I'm completely unable to recall what led to my confinement in the Arkham Asylum or what happened to 6 years between my 2 visits there. They tell me I had some kind of personality change that night in Boston. They watched me for a while, decided I wasn't dangerous, and let me go. After 6 years, I switched back, just as mysteriously. They admitted me again, found nothing wrong, and here I am. Among the personal effects they returned to me is the leather-bound journal. Perhaps it will tell me what I've forgotten. Looking through the journal, I can find my life as a police detective. There's no hint of any illness or mental strain or person or anything else that could explain my change of personality or the equally sudden recovery that still baffles my doctors. However, a number of pages have been torn from the journal. Who did it or why, I can't tell. Did I destroy them myself to suppress some horrific memory? Or did the asylum staff judge their contents detrimental to my treatment? Why was part of my life erased? What is that I can't remember? And who wants it to stay forgotten? Is it a precaution to protect my sanity or the key to who's something I need? Shadowed path. Early evening. Has been more than 6 years since I entered a strange house in Boston. But to me it was just 5 months ago. Oh, I think this was that opening he was writing. Yeah. And that's the new client, okay. Arkham Advertiser, 6th February, okay. Grocery store robbed, manager missing. Thieves have robbed the First National Grocery Store in Innsmouth, breaking down the door and forcing open the cash register. The newly appointed manager, Mr. Brian Burnham, has been missing since shortly before the robbery. This is a very disturbing turn of events, said Mr. Arthur Anderson, First National Regional Manager, from his Arkham office. This branch had only recently opened, and First National Grocery had high hopes for its success, given the general lack of modern stores and amenities in Innsmouth. The robbery is a definite setback, and more worrying still is the fact that the branch manager remains unaccounted for. Innsmouth authorities could not be reached for comment. Of course they couldn't. Diary of Brian Burnham. Well, I agree with the locals on one thing. I shouldn't be stuck in this miserable excuse for a town. I can see why nobody comes here, that's for sure. Another slow day at the store. At first I thought people were staying away because First National isn't local. But I haven't seen anyone go into any of the other stores either. Come to that, I haven't seen the other stores open for business. This place is deader than dead. Yep, that's true. Still, it won't be long before I'm out of here, before we're both out of here. She's the one good thing about Innsmouth. We'll bust open Old Man Wade's safe, take a car, and then it's New York City. Bright lights, nightlife, and everything. I'll show her all of it. So he was in love. Sounds good. And now they're probably both dead. Okay. Thought so. So I can push it. Let's take some more medicine stuff. What does that give me? Oh no. Are you not gonna go up the ladder? Do I have to push it all the way over here? I don't know. I'm thinking we have to get up there somehow.
Assorted foodstuffs. Nothing useful.
Nothing useful at all. Oh, okay. Well, that works too. Kind of figured we'd have to go up there.
The cellar's filled with human remains.
That's creepy. I would think he would say something like that, but I guess not. Seriously, what is the purpose of this room? Other than to hide bodies. I know it's supposed to be the exit, but come on, give it a reason other than that. Is this under the store?
Old photos of Innsmouth. Most of them have faded beyond recognition.
A red room. Ammo pickups. Ammo will carry across to the next chapter, but the quantity you can carry for each chapter is capped. Lame. Interface shows the total rounds you are carrying, including those in the gun. I don't even have a gun. Do I? Nope.
Nothing of interest.
I can see.
Holy shit!
Well then. This is what happens when you have a business in this town. Some doors will be locked. Action the bolt to unlock or lock the door. Door bolts can come in useful when escaping from enemies. Great.
The door's bolted shut.
Alright, let's see if this...
It won't budge.
Okay, and this is where I came from? Yeah. Alright. Let's go back in here.
Nothing of interest. Ah, from the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back.
That sucks. Oh well. Mouth Courier, some newspaper. Oh. Hi.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Jack.
Do I know you?
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast.
I can see.
What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Yeah.
Not bad. I'm a private detective. My client's a friend of the Burnhams.
Seen the latest press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackey? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector.
Doesn't sound
They
about right to
posted
me,
me in
but
this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh
I'm
refinery.
sure we'll find out who he
Speaking
really
of
is.
which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay. Maybe I'll catch you later. That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
Yeah, well, technically there was that drunk dude, but you know, that's cool too. He was kind of nice.
It won't budge.
Don't know if he's still here, but might as well be on the safe side. something from above.
You better keep your trap shut.
I won't tell him anything.
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
Just leave me be, stranger.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
I can't be seen talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Seems most of the normal people in this town are too frightened to tell me much of anything.
He's going over there. Let's follow him. He said he can't be seen talking to me. Alright, well. You've got booze. I think he's just gonna follow us. I'm gonna go over here. Or we could just follow him. Stay over here, nice and inconspicuous. What? Invisible wall? Thwarted. I have a feeling we can talk to him, but we just can't be seen. And whatever was looking at us was somewheres up there. I see ladders to get up there. But we'd have to somehow get up here.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Just leave me be, stranger.
Well, he's not named. What? What's going on? Well, the game's doing it on its own, so... Okay, I had to reload because the game went weird. I think I'll show some of that off, but I'll cut it back to where I was before it started acting weird. Alright, we're back. I decided not to even bother with that one dude, so I'm not gonna even follow him. I figured someone who doesn't have a name probably isn't going to be important in this game. This guy, I think, does.
If you pardon my asking, have you lived here in this port all your life?
Last 37 years in old lady Warren's house. Before that, over by fishing cannery. Cannery.
Old lady Warren's? You live in the town poorhouse?
Go and fetch me a bottle of something to wet old Xerox whistle. and I'll tell you all.
Oh, I have to use it. Of course I do.
Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here'll be a little something in gratitude that might help you in your search.
Thanks. What'd you give me?
Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's there rumoring in Ankrum and Ipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obed, where it all began, telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods. Them's that would answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet. Till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckoned out it being a riot. But I'd seen them. Swarms of them.
Did you?
Look, old man, I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting and screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy as strangers if we were knowing what was good for us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all this?
Said the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrifice. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
Doesn't sound good.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Wes about oaths of Dagon. Aye, he take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dog Street. Then you'll see. For definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy.
Could indeed.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
It's Jakk. And is there anyone in Innsmouth who doesn't know my name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, you have to follow me. It's not wise to be seen talking to outsiders.
I saw you earlier.
Jakk, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here.
I don't doubt it.
Foul, reeking things.
Strange? Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
All right.
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
The ultimate save. These are streets? Looks more like alleyways. Alright, he's over by the gate fence area. Oh well, let's see if we can go over this way, or if my character's like, I don't want to go over here.
It won't open.
Gas station?
This car's seen better days. It won't budge. The station appears to be closed. It won't open. A standard gasoline pump.
Standard? I don't see anything standard about it.
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
If you don't like it, just turn around and leave.
Will do. Something's down there.
It won't budge.
Alright.
It won't open.
Okay. Is this that one area that... Okay, it just comes out there. Or is this the town gate?
That bridge spans the Monuxet River.
Okay.
A storage depot. It's shut. Hello, Mackie.
Jakk, swell to see you again. Any leads on the Burnham case?
Not really.
Nope. Did you know the lad at all?
Just pleasantries. Seemed a nice enough fella, if a little rough around the edges. Strange business, though. I'd never have figured him as a crook. The First National was a well-run store, a rare thing here in Innsmouth.
Okay, Mackie. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jakk. Be careful what you're doing. Very careful. Innsmouth's a dangerous place.
Seems so.
Not everyone who visits here ends up leaving by the old bus route.
This Mackie character knows plenty, but I don't think grilling him for scraps of information is going to crack this case.
Say that right in front of him, that's creepy.
I can't open the doors to the cabin. It won't budge. It won't budge. It won't open.
Alright. Oh, here's something.
It won't budge.
Alright, let's talk to Rebecca. She'll probably say, leave me alone, please. And I'll be like, alright.
Jakk, we can't be seen talking together. What is it?
Why do you stay in Innsmouth, Rebecca?
My grandfather, John Lawrence, was editor of the Innsmouth Courier. He was murdered in the slaughter of 46. He had always despised the Marshes and their blasphemous doings, and it was he who led the party out to the reef that night. They arrested Captain Marsh and his order and tossed them in the old jailhouse. A few weeks later, my grandfather was dead. My father saw him die. Him and many others burned alive in the Courier's basement.
Oh, that's what all that stuff was.
All the more grounds to leave.
To leave would be to fail my own legacy. I have a duty to protect the good in Innsmouth. At least what little good remains.
That pretty much would be you.
She knows plenty, but I need to have a look around myself if I'm gonna crack this case.
You and that old drunk geezer about the only cool things in this place so far.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
I can't be seen talking to you.
So I was thinking that...
Seems most of the normal people in this town are too frightened to tell me much of anything.
Yeah. I was gonna say that, actually. Like, at first I thought he's like, I can't be seen talking to you. But now I'm just thinking all of them will say that. And it just kind of doesn't matter.
It won't open.
I don't really have to, like, go all on to, like, some secret areas for them to, like, talk. Basically, I figure it's just something they would say anyways.
It's unlocked.
Old Town. Well, I think this is where I'm going to leave it off for this session because it's been about an hour and a half. So far, it's quite interesting.
If I see you with outsider, I'll report your order.
I'll not say nothing.
Anyways, as I was trying to say, is this game seems interesting. Very creepy, very strange, not really scary, at least not yet. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. I kind of would like a place to save. Just in case if I do play it again, which I don't know if I will. But yeah, so far it's pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See you in the next game.